Thanks for joining me. Got a really interesting one today. This is really common this time of year. It's getting winter. I needed the Donald Trump then, did you see that? I don't know. So what we've got is a Vauxhall. This is a Zafira. It's a 2006. No, it's had a new battery on it, but the battery keeps going flat. It's not charging properly. Something's going on somewhere. Let's have a look at it and see what we can find. Battery's round flat. And what we've got going on here, this terminal here, within the crimp there, when the engine's running, this is almost, you can't touch it, it's getting that hot that it's creating a massive resistance within there, and the battery itself isn't charging properly. So what we're going to do is cut that back, we'll put a new terminal on the end of the wire, and then everything will be charging correctly. So we've had a delve, I've started the car up, and what you can do is literally just put your hands onto the battery terminals. This one at the back, it's really common for the corrosion to get inside that little terminal. You wouldn't ever think that that could be an issue. This is a big chunky wire coming up, going into that nicely solid pressed terminal on that battery terminal there. It comes in, but it's getting hot. It's getting quite hot, 50 odd degrees we were getting. The thermal heat, and we put it on, the battery's running at 3 degrees, and we put it onto that terminal there at the back. 59, 50 odd degrees there within that terminal. Now, I think the reason being is because it is just literally on these, this fault is mainly on this car, on these vehicles, on these Astras, Zafiras, with the coolant tank that's right by the battery. Whether it's the heat from the coolant tank there, because obviously when the car's running, that's getting up to, you know, near on 100 degrees, 90 degrees plus. The heat from that, does that affect that wire in that loom? Or is it the fact that somebody's actually spilt some antifreeze at some point onto that loom, and it's managed to creep into that terminal and cause a layer of corrosion within the crimp? Don't know. Either way, it's a common fault on these. And what we're going to do is chop it off. We're going to chop that terminal off, and then we're going to put a new crimp on there and bolt it straight to the battery terminal. Using the same connector block, the same battery terminal block there, we're just going to put the ring terminal on it and connect it up to that, which will then cure his problem. Say that that's the most probable cause of that. So we'll get that one out of the way. Okay, and then that's that up there. And what we'll do is cut that clean off and just put a new terminal on the end of that. We've started the car up, and like I said, you could literally put your hands on it and feel the heat coming up through that. If we want to be more specific and we want to do some tests on it, we'll get the electronic thermo temperature gauge on it, and we can read it and see what the temperature difference is on there. Also, we can do a volt drop test. So if we've got the voltmeter and we put one side of the voltmeter onto the battery terminal, actually the post itself, and we put the other side onto the terminal, and we should have 0 volts. If it's a perfect connection, it should be 0 volts. If we move that across to the wire, the other side of the crimp, and we get a voltage, we know we've got resistance, we've got a bad connection, we've got voltage loss, voltage drop within that connection. So when I dropped it onto here, we were getting something like 0.1, 0.2 of a volt across that terminal, so we know we've got a resistance within there. That's just a straightforward voltage drop test. It's really simple, really easy to do, and it's a good way of figuring out if you've got poor connections. Because if we do a resistance check, if I disconnected that battery terminal, if we put an ohms meter from the battery terminal to the wire, you would get a perfect connection. It would say 0. You put it under load, that's when the problem starts. That's when you're getting that resistance within that wire, because it's a big thick wire, you know, she's a big old chunky girl. So what we're going to do, like I say, is just remove the problem, chop it out, new terminal, bang it on there, job's a good one. And then the old terminal. Yeah, that's the way it's going to go. Get that round there, we'll bring that round there, get that one in on there, and then put that one on that one. Get that started on there. If you're interested in the testing of these terminals and connections, my follow-up video, I've got another video coming soon, which is again on the Qashqai, a very similar fault, and I've got some volt drop testing on that and resistance testing just to prove a point. So yeah, stay tuned and watch the next video on that, and you'll see what I'm going on about if you're struggling to understand about the voltage drop test. I have also got a video on another, it was an Astra that had a very similar problem to this, almost identical. That is one I did a year ago. So again, if you want to have a look at that, that's got some volt drop testing on it as well. That comes under bad connections. I'll put the link in the description on that one. It also it's very similar to this one, but it's this time of year. You know, that was a year ago. This is a year later, and these faults are creeping up again, and you know, coming thick and fast. So it's worth putting it out there again just to have a bit of a refresher. And I can whiz that terminal now back onto that block with the old Milwaukee electric ratchet. I put the links in the description at the end for all the tools and bits and bobs used. And look at that, that's gone on really nice. And we'll get that 13mm bolt back down again as well. Yeah, lovely. So although it looks slightly different, we've still got the power coming in nice and tight. The terminal's on good. We've got this new wire coming up there now and pinched in on the clamp. So let's fire that up and see what we've got going on now. I do apologise for the vibrations on some of the shots. So if I connect the amp clamp up there as well now, we're pumping 33 amps, it was only doing 19 before, so we're really charging well. And with the heat probe now, we get that on there. 10 degrees. 10 degrees all over this. So very low temperature compared to what we've got before, 30 odd. And to the touch, it just feels cold, you know, it just feels normal temperature. Obviously it's going to be slightly warmer than here because we've got this is now hot. The coolant bottle is obviously creeping up to 20 degrees because we've had the car running. It's going to have a slight effect on this, but like I say, 10 degrees, sweet as a nut. After we've reconnected it, we've put the new terminal on there, we've connected it up, we've got the amp clamp on there, and we can now see that it's gone up to 35 amps across that across the negative terminal. Battery's charging really well, it's doing a great job. That means we've got a nice full circuit. That connection, that crimp is now working like a dream. When I first put the amp clamp on, we were getting about 19 amps or something like that. It wasn't very good, it wasn't as high as what we're getting now. And also we're touching that terminal and it's staying cool, it's beautiful, so we know we've got a good connection there now. Really common this time of year. It is more of a winter fault than a summer fault. Obviously you've got your heaters, your heated rear windows, you've got your blowers, you've got your wipers, lights, everything on, which is, you know, pulling out on that wire. It's giving, there's plenty of power going out. If you've got the diesel, you've got glow plugs and everything else really taking some power through that wire. And of course the battery isn't getting its recharge. It's just not getting its recharge. It's just getting a very low ampage into it, and it's not been able to recharge, causing it to go flat over time. So if that's been of use to you, if you've been having really dodgy batteries running flat, can't figure out what's going on, I put a new battery on, the alternator's working, blah blah, check that connection, check that crimp. It's the last thing you'd want to look at. You think, well, why would that be a fault? But there it is. So if it's been of use, drop me a little thumbs up, drop me some comments. Always love your comments. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.